Article 9 from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Article 9. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. I love it. Arbitrary means, let's look it up. This is when they come and get you just to question you or to detain you. Arbitrary arrest. Now, why didn't it show up? Am I in the wrong dictionary? No, this is the right one. Arbitrary. My goodness, I gotta spell the word correctly. I put one R in arrest. Alright, together it's not found. I gotta separate the words. Arbitrary. The term arbitrary describes a course of action or a decision that is not based on reason or judgment, but on personal will or discretion, without regard to rules or standards. An arbitrary decision is one made without regard for the facts and circumstances presented, and it connotes a disregard of the evidence. In many instances, the term implies an element of bad faith, and it may be used synonymously with tyrannical or despotic. The term arbitrary refers to the standard of review used by courts when reviewing a variety of decisions on appeal. For example, the arbitrary and capricious standard of review is the principal standard of review used by judicial courts hearing appeals that challenge decisions issued by administrative bodies. Alright, so it should have been there. Here it is, another one. Arbitrary arrest and detention. Arbitrary arrest and detention. Arbitrary arrest and arbitrary detention are the arrest and or detention of an individual in a case in which there is no likelihood or evidence that they committed a crime against legal statute, or in which there has been no proper due process of law. In a way, such forms of arbitrary actions are done out of pure whim and or flimsiness. Arbitrarily arresting or detaining persons contradicts rule of law established in democracies as well as habeas corpus, and is thereafter illegal in those regimes. In practice, in the first decade of the 21st century, arbitrary arrest and or detention, the definition of these terms vary between different national jurisdictions, is typically tolerated by the legal system for a short duration of a few hours up to a few days in most democracies, especially in response to political street demonstrations. It is often a characteristic of dictatorship or police states, which may also engage in forced disappearance. This reminds me of Pinochet in Chile, where young men walking disappeared every day from the streets, and then there was a march of mothers with the photos of their children, because these 18-year-old men, or maybe it was 15 to 25, I don't know what ages they were, disappeared. There were black vans, I think, driving around picking up these young men. Alright, so now we know what arbitrary arrest is. Number 9, no one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. But you gotta know this before it happens to you. Alright, when the police come by and they say, let's go. You know, I had the handcuffs on, and then that's when he told me, "You're not under arrest, by the way." Well, what am I doing with the handcuffs on? He found me in bed. I was in bed when 9 o'clock in the morning. What I should have done is, he walks in, I say, "Officer, am I under arrest?" He says, "No." Then I'm free to go. But I didn't say anything. He started talking to me, and I talked to him. "All right. Talk to you later. Bye."